All right, let's jump right in. We're going to talk about one of the biggest shifts happening in the software world right now. This move away from general one-size-fits-all tools to solutions that are super specialized for specific industries. Just think about the software you use every single day for your job. Does it feel like it was built just for you? Or are you constantly fighting it, trying to make it work for what you actually need to do? That question right there is really what this whole explainer is about. Okay, so first things first, let's set the stage with the world we're all pretty familiar with, the age of general software as a service, SaaS. Yeah, the basic idea is super simple, right? Gone are the days of buying a CD-ROM and installing software on one single computer. Now, we just access everything through a web browser, we pay a subscription, and we get these powerful apps on demand. It's flexible, it's scalable, and honestly, it's just the way modern business is done. And we all use these tools constantly. I mean, think about it. Gmail, Dropbox, Zoom, they're everywhere. And they're amazing because they work for almost anyone in any industry. This is what they call horizontal SaaS. It just stretches right across the entire market landscape. But what happens when good enough for everyone isn't actually good enough for you, for your specific job? Well, that's where the whole game starts to change. And it's what leads us to the rise of the specialist. See, the very thing that makes horizontal SaaS so powerful, its broad universal appeal, it's also its biggest weakness for people in really specialized fields. A generic tool can just feel clunky. You end up creating all these workarounds for your industry's specific needs. And that just wastes time and kills efficiency. Okay, here's a great analogy to make this super clear. Think of horizontal software like a general all-purpose cookbook. You know the kind? It has a little bit of everything. It's useful, for sure, but it's not going to make you an expert chef in any one cuisine. Vertical SaaS, though, that's like a specialized cookbook just for Italian food. It's packed with detailed recipes, techniques, and secrets that'll help you master that one thing way, way faster. So, that brings us to the definition. Vertical SaaS is software that isn't just tweaked or customized. No, it's built from the ground up, specifically for the unique DNA of one single industry, whether that's healthcare, construction, finance, you name it. All right, so let's put these two models head to head. I want to show you exactly where that specialist approach really gets its edge. Okay, looking at the product itself, the differences are just huge. A generalist tool has to appeal to everyone, so its features are broad and you have to adapt them. But a specialist tool, it comes ready to go, pre-configured with the exact features a professional in that industry needs right out of the box. But honestly, the real game changer, the secret sauce, is the data. A vertical solution speaks the language of your industry. It understands its unique data from the get-go. So, how does all that product stuff translate to the business model? Well, because vertical companies are targeting a super specific niche, their marketing is laser-focused. That means it costs them less to get a new customer. And maybe even more important, because the software is such a perfect fit, customers stick around. Retention is way higher. I mean, when a tool is that deeply woven into how a company works, switching to something else becomes a massive headache. It creates this powerful competitive moat, making that software pretty much indispensable. Now, this all sounds great, but it's not like this is an easy path. Not at all. Building a specialized solution comes with its own unique and pretty tough set of challenges. Yeah, creating one of these tailored solutions means you have to navigate a really complex world. It's so much more than just writing code. You have to deeply, truly understand an entire industry, inside and out. Really, there are about 5 major hurdles you gotta clear. First, you have to build that deep, authentic industry expertise, and that takes time. Then, even within one industry, you've got to handle all sorts of different customer needs. Of course, the software has to be able to scale. Then there's often a ton of complex regulations to deal with. And maybe the biggest one, you've got to convince people to ditch the old, clunky systems they've been using for like decades. But here's the thing. Even with all those challenges, the trend is just undeniable. The market is rewarding the specialists in a huge way. And the numbers? Wow. They're absolutely staggering. Just look at this projection, over $236 billion. That's the predicted size of the vertical SaaS market by 2030. Just let that sink in. This isn't some small niche trend we're talking about. This is a massive economic shift. And that momentum translates directly into market dominance. Right now, vertical SaaS companies are capturing over 40% of the market share. That kind of focus gives them incredible pricing power, and it just builds a much more resilient business for the long haul. So what's fueling this incredible growth? Well, it's really a perfect storm of tech and strategy. You've got AI delivering smarter, predictive insights that are custom fit to an industry's data. You've got automation, streamlining workflows and saving money, and we're even seeing what you could call hyper-specialization, where solutions are getting tailored to tiny sub-niches within an industry. And this all points to the real end goal here. It's not just about selling a single piece of software. It's about building an entire digital ecosystem, a strong, interconnected, agile foundation that lets a business do more than just compete. It lets them truly thrive and grow for the long term. So if you boil this all down to one single idea, it's this. The future of professional software isn't about doing everything okay. It's about doing one thing perfectly. The real value isn't in a tool that does a little bit for everyone, but in a solution that does everything for someone and does it perfectly. And that leaves us with a final question, one for you to think about. Look at your own job, your own industry. Think about the unique challenges you face every day and the generic tools you're using to solve them. How long do you think it'll be before a specialized solution comes along and completely transforms it? You have to ask yourself, is your industry next?